following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
We got Carlos from California. Carlos, what's happening?
How you doing, Tom?
I'm doing great, man. Yourself?
Oh, very well, thank you.
That's awesome,
man. Thank you very much. Can I make a comment real quick?
Absolutely.
For me, it's a real challenge every time I'm doing a trade. And thanks to your help, I've been able to done a lot of things as far as trading. And I know there's a lot of Hispanic people who are listening, and they think this is a lot harder than it looks. But with your help, it's been a lot easier to make things sound very simple.
That's a beautiful thing, man. Well, listen, we appreciate it. We appreciate it.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. It's a TGIF, folks. Let's make it a great one. To master love, you have to practice love. The art of relationship is a whole mastery, and the only way to reach mastery is with practice. To master a relationship is therefore about taking action, not about attaining knowledge. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow Industrials up 105, NASDAQ up 20, S&P's up 8.5, gold contract down $12.30, trading at $1,160 an ounce. Silver down 19 cents at $16.90 an ounce. Platinum off 22 bucks at $9.15 an ounce. Copper up 2.5 pennies at $2.64 a pound. Light sweet crude up 64 cents, trading at $51.48 a barrel. Notes, 10-year note down 18 ticks, 123.31. 30-year bond off a full point plus 18 ticks, 148.13. King dollar up 510 ticks, trading at 101.635. The euro is at 105, and the yen is trading at 115.25. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? Another day, another high, all of the above. The SPYs out here today are doing 51 million shares. Wednesday, it did 110 million. Yesterday, we did 99 million. Bottom line, you're at higher price. Higher price can go higher. That's the bottom line. We take a look at this on a weekly basis, and on a weekly basis, what we're going to have, it's going to get interesting here because you can make the case that you took out this small swing point with volume. So check this out. So you could make the case that 208.38 is an A. You got 221 as a B. That's pretty intense. So you got, what are we talking about? That's 11, 12, 13 points, which gets you 233. And we're at 226 right now. That's on a weekly because this weekly is going to take that bar out. 233. Dow Industrials. What do we have with the Dow Industrials? We take a look at the Dow Industrials right now, trading up at a price point of 19,724. Bottom line, folks, you're right next to 20,000, right? That's where this thing shakes out. We put this on a weekly, and I suspect we're going to end up doing the same thing. Well, here, let me put this on. I'll put this on the diamonds, the DIA, and see how this shakes out. So the diamonds on the weekly would shake out the same way. It's hard to figure out the. It's still, this could be just one straight line move versus an ABC structure on the way up. NASDAQ Composite, what we have with the Composite hit a new high. We are at 54.38 in the Composite. We're up right now 21 points. The last high out here was 54.03, and you're 36 points above that. NDX 100, now this is the baby that still is trying to get up into its high. It's almost hit the baby today. We've hit 48.97. The high that was generated out here on November 29th was 48.96, so we got over that. The actual high is 49.11. If we look at the NDX and look at the 3Qs, the 3Qs still don't have any volume. We are up 80 cents today. You're at $119.37. You're testing out the $119.51. That was the last high that was established on the 29th. And bottom line, which is going to be pretty wild, I don't expect we're going to hold price. We'll see where they get the volume, because that was anemic volume at that high also, folks. We had done 18.5 million. Then we come down, and we came down with 30 million as well as 39 million. So that's on your daily. We put this on the weekly, and on the weekly what you're going to have is that you're coming up with 110 million. You're coming into 114. You're coming into 135. Gold contract. What do we have with the gold contract? Gold contract right now is trading at 1160. You've done 149,000 contracts, and this is right into its lows of of Monday. The low of Monday is 1158.60. We did 221,000 contracts there. So bottom line is that it's pushing it. There's no doubt about it. You're done 149,000 contracts. We take a look at the XAU and the HUI. XAU still, it's basically hanging in there. We down $2.46. You're at 80.10. The lows out here, though, in the XAU are at 77.51 and 75. So you're still quite a way away from those lows. The equities are still hanging in there. The Gold Bugs Index still needs help. Gold Bugs Index hasn't broken low, but bottom line is that it's weaker than the XAU. The Gold Bugs Index is down $7.23 right now, and that is coming, the lows that are established out there in the Gold Bugs Index, 171.76, and as I said, you're at the 177 right now. If we do look at this on a weekly basis, you're going to see that you're coming into this with dramatically lighter volume. We're talking about 92 million versus 174 million, 159 million. So that's a nice setup there. The XAU, if we take the XAU and also put that on a weekly basis, what you're going to see on the weekly basis is that the weekly we are coming down right now, and you're coming in with 161 million versus 254 million and 320 million. Notes, the 10-year note, what you have with the notes at about 11 o'clock, 11 to 12 o'clock, these babies took a dive once again. That being said, what you have is your 10-year note still held the lows. The 10-year note was down 17 ticks. You've done 1.3 million contracts while you're going into 1.8 million. So it's going to need a lot more action in selling in order to break that bottom out. 30-year now broke the bottom out. And we'll see whether the 30-year, as we're coming into this close, can basically save itself. Right now, it's saving itself by, I think, one tick. Yeah, we're at 148.12. 148.11 is the number. We hit all the way to 148. The volume characteristic goes like this out here. The volume characteristic, we've done 259,000 contracts. You're going into 400,000. And good old King Dollar. What do we have with King Dollar? King Dollar is trying to test the highs of its downdraft, which is 100.800, folks, and we hit 101.770. We're going to be right back.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
In quiet markets, investors search for new trading opportunities. We'd like to introduce you to a new product that provides opportunities even in flat markets. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization capability. Nadex's unique short-term binary options allow traders and investors to capitalize on strategies even when the underlying markets are quiet. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. Until recently, it was almost impossible for the average investor to hedge against currency risk in Europe or Japan. For a bold trade on Europe or Japan that protects against moves in currency, trade HEGE or HEGJ, 2 times currency hedged leveraged ETFs from Direction Investments. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's up 130, Nasdaq's up 24, S&Ps are up 11. We take a look at the percentages out here. You have the Dow up 0.6%, Nasdaq up 0.4, S&Ps up 0.4. And, when you do look at the numbers, so what you have here, you can see the difference is that when you're only up 0.6%, but it's off a larger number, folks, you can hit 20,000 a lot easier, without a big percentage move. When you think about, we're up 131 points, and you're at 19,745. If we take a look at the strength versus the weakness inside the Dow Industrials, this is what you have. Pfizer is the number one mover out here. That's up 2.8%. Coke's up 2.4%. Merck is up 2.2%. And Apple is up 1.8%. On the way down, you have Caterpillar down 0.7%. Walmart is down 0.6%. Visa is down 0.3%. And American Express is off 0.2%. Inside the NDX 100, what do we have? Inside the NDX 100, you have Alexa Pharmaceutical up 4.8%. Avco Technology, they came out with their numbers last night. That's Broadcom. That is up 4.4%, or 746. American Airlines is up 2.8%, and Amgen is up 2.4%. Taken away from the NDX 100, Skyworks. That is down 4%. You have T-Mobile down 2.9%. Lam Research is off 2.8%. And Discovery Communication is down 2.5%. We go over and we take a look at the IBB. IBB came back in, finished its gap this week. And you get a bounce out here in light volume. So this is going to be interesting. So the IBB, folks, is trading at $270. The gap that we're talking about, there was a gap that was wide open at $265. That came on down to $261 on Wednesday, closed that gap. Now what it looks like it's doing is setting up a small ABC structure on the way down. Actually, what it'll do for that's on the daily. On the weekly, you've actually just come into this bar, so you can let this thing bounce. You come into this bar, and on a weekly, we come in with lighter volume. So we come in with 10 million versus the bar of 23 million. So more than likely, what you're going to get, you can get a bounce up to 283, and right now we're at 269. Some of the higher volume stocks out here, and this will be this is going to be quite a low volume market out here today, I believe. Yeah, it is. So right now on the NYSE, we're dealing with 568 million. So that's saying we're going to do about 800 million. On the NASDAQ composite, we are at 1.6 billion. That can do some volume. That can still get up to the 2 billion mark. Some of the higher volume stocks out here in this low volume market. Let's take a look at it. So we'll put the S&P up here. You have Bank of America up. You have Bank of America up 14 cents. You have 20th Century Fox down 53. Apple's up $2. You got Coke up $1. Microsoft's up 93 cents. You get Transocean up 60 cents. Walt Disney is up $1.08. Let's go over to Disney. Disney has been a dog. The last couple of days, it's been going higher. Well, actually, since the election, it's been going higher. It just went from 92 to 104. If we put this on a larger basis, what you're going to see is that the highs of Disney bring you back to August of 2015, and that was at 122. So that's where we went from 122 to 104, fast, furious. Your next level, you did a counter trend bounce back up to 120, came down again, and now she's coming against the 106 mark. The volume's not bad out here. Disney could get into this 106.75. That's how that's shaking out right now. Let's go to Victor in Paramus, New Jersey. Hey, Victor, what's going on, brother?
Not much. I was just wondering, Nugget, would you hold that over the weekend? And what do you think will happen with the gold after this announcement comes out with the dollar? Will the dollar go up or down or whatever?
Well, let's take a look. So Nugget, folks, NUGT, Nugget is the direction 300% bull position of the New York Arca Gold Miners Index. So if we go over to the GDX, let's go right to what it's trading off of. So you're coming into this has been bottoming out since November 14th. Today, what we've done is that you have 54 million shares. You're at 2058. You're going into 134 million from the 23rd of November, as well as going into 135 million November 14th. Now, that's on the daily, so let's put this on the weekly. And on the weekly, what you're doing is that you're coming in with 261 million versus 471. Okay, so we go back to the Nugget. Now, these are daily investment vehicles, folks, okay? So the question that Victor is asking is that, okay, if
energy out of it or not? Like, yeah. What do you do?
What do you do?
Do they announce another reverse? You got to check dust, I guess.
No, you trade this off the GDX. That's how you trade this. So let's do this. Let's go to ABX first. ABX is the largest weighting structure in the GDX, okay? So Barrick Gold looks fine. Barrick Gold is down 54 cents today. You have volume of 12 million. You're going into 22 million. You're going into 35 million. Newmont is the second largest weighting. You take a look at Newmont. Newmont is down $1.18. You get 7 million shares. That's going into 13 million. It's going into 13 million. When I look at those, I happen to be bullish gold. Okay, so as to holding NUGT over the weekend, that's a big call because of the fact that you get 2 days, and can they smoke it?
On Monday, they might smoke it overseas, no? Like, they might hit the gold. Gold's already down to like 1158 right now.
That's correct. And if we go over to the dollar and look at the correlation...
Dollar's up to 101.60.
Right. And the dollar, looks to me like it wants to hit the 101.800 mark. And that 101.800 mark is the highs of the 5th. Now, to answer your question, I'd hold it.
And where do you think?
I specifically have it myself, and I'm holding it. So I'm just.
Where do you think the dollar?
Doesn't mean that it won't go down, then.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
With the dollar, this is my take on the. I like how the dollar's trading today. So the dollar is up 526. You're going against the downdraft that was created out here on the 5th. That's 80,000 contracts. I wish I would have liked it to hit 30 more ticks. 101.800 is where it started from. It would have been nicer if it hit it, because more than likely we probably will hit it. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah, I noticed too. Though earnings really stink. Do you think they can make the Dow go up to 20,000? Like if you look at Sears Holdings, some other earnings, restaurants and hardware, they all have sucky earnings. So, and if you raise interest rates, then you can't do stock buybacks anymore. Like Lulu, their earnings weren't that great. They just did a stock buyback. So when you raise interest rates 1 or 2 times, that's going to kill big business. What are they going to do?
Well, listen, putting tariffs on companies and, the dollar strong is supposed to kill business too, but the bottom line is that the market's saying he wants higher price. So to answer your question about the 20,000.
Like the dot-com bubble.
No, listen, the 20,000 can get hit. We're only 250 points away from it.
Yeah.
That's the other side. I'd hold it, man.
40.
That's the bottom
All right,
line.
thank you.
Have a
Thanks
great
lot.
one, man.
Thanks.
Have a safe one. You stay right there, folks. We're coming right back. Dow Industrials are up $1.25. Nasdaq's up 22. S&Ps are up 11. We're going to be right back.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. 877-927-6648. And, you're going to love this one, folks, okay? So the UWTI, which, we know a lot of folks have been trading out there, okay? This was the velocity shares, 3 times long crude, and the DWTI, which was the short, right? Those were going out of existence, okay, because the sponsor of them decided they didn't want to take the risk exposure going out. Because so an ETN, exchange traded note, different ball game. It's a loan structure. Well, that being said, check this out. You have new ones to trade, and guess what? They're up and trading, and today's the first day. You get UWT. Now, UWT is the velocity 3 times long crude ETN. This is the first day it's trading. Bottom line, exact same underlying index, whole ball of wax. What the difference is that the expense ratio is 1.5%. So I suspect this is, and then so that is the, let's see, let me see this one here for a second. So the UWT is going to be the long crude 3 times. The DWT is going to be the inverse, the short position. And what was pretty wild about this is that let me just read you this story because this is pretty wild how this thing shakes out. 2 of the more popular financial products of 2016 are back from the dead. Citigroup, now what happens here, I'll show you what the difference is here. Citigroup rolled out a couple of the risky triple leveraged exchange traded notes tied to oil this morning after Credit Suisse delisted 2 of the similar ETNs. Now, we were talking about this last week. What happens, folks, is that these are notes and they hit the bank's balance sheet. And in these notes, they have an expiration date. Well, what ends up happening is that the banks have to use their balance sheet in order to keep these things going. Bottom line, Credit Suisse didn't want to do it anymore because the risk is actually higher for the bank than it was for the people trading them. Bottom line, Citigroup rolled it out this morning. The marketing agent, now check this out, this is pretty cool. The marketing agent for the Citigroup notes is Janus Capital's Velocity Shares, which also was the brand of the Credit Suisse products. Okay, so even though when I'm reading this, it's like it's the exact same brand. It's the exact same brand, a different sponsor of the note. That's what ended up happening here. The new notes are called Velocity Shares 3 times long crude ETN and Velocity Shares 3 times inverse crude ETN. The old notes were Velocity Shares daily 3 times long crude ETN and Velocity Shares 3 times inverse crude. The ticker symbols of the Citigroup notes, UWT and DWT. The outgoing Credit Suisse notes were delisted with more than $740 million in assets. The move was part of the bank's aim to better align its product offerings with the broad strategic growth plans, according to a November 16th statement. For whatever reason, Citi is willing to use this balance sheet for the same exact exposure where Credit Suisse decided that they've had enough. Bottom line, for all you folks that like to trade those products, well, guess what? You have a new product out there to trade. We get over and we take a look at the Russell 2000. The Russell 2000 out here is trading at 1386. This has hit a high out here today of 1392. We put this on, let's do the IWM actually on a weekly. So on a weekly basis, the IWM, let's see what we got here. Oh, this is going to be interesting too. This is very well could be a small ABC up. It's a big one actually. So this is going to be crazy. 114.18. So could be a 20-point A to B, which you get your 150. Well, we'll find out. The way this is set up, it's a close call. The reason it's a close call because it just went sideways, but it almost looks like it's a ABC structure up to 150. And right now you're at 138. So that would be pretty intense if you just keep going. But, what you do have is this, is that you have, we take a look at this for a second. Calendar-wise, we are dealing with, where's my calendar here for a second? When we talk about the end of the year, we're closer than you think. So we have, we come back to work next week, come back to work Monday. Realistically, you only have 10 trading days before Christmas Eve and Hanukkah. I believe Christmas and Hanukkah, I think, are on the same time frame this year. So realistically, you got all of 9 days before the 22nd, because the 23rd, Christmas this year and Hanukkah, I believe, is on the 25th. So we're off the 26th. You got all of 9 days left. And out of that, though, of course, coming this Wednesday, what we have this Wednesday is that this Wednesday is going to be Fed Day. It's the probability is 100% that they're going to raise rates. The question is going to be inside that statement. What do they have to do with this? What are they saying with the statement? If you remember last year, at the beginning of last year, they said they were going to raise rates 2 to 3 times. They only did it once in December. This year, they said 2 to 3 times, did it once in December. The probability that they do a second one goes up to 45%, but that goes all the way out to June of next year. So the way that the market is trading on the second rate raise is, basically the whole year of 2017 is under the 50% mark. That's how this thing is shaking out right now. We're going to take a look at the XLE, the energy market. The XLE out here is trading 76.50. That is still coming into, that's coming into a major downdraft that was out here from October of 2014. Let's go take a look at ExxonMobil and Chevron. So you have Exxon still having a hard time getting out of its way. It's pretty amazing, actually, that, good old Exxon has something that evidently they don't have what Chevron has underneath it, because Exxon just can't get any juice over this $89 mark. Chevron, different ball game. Chevron CVX, that's at $115. And if we go pull this back, yeah, that's climbing. It had some good volume last month. Yeah, 115, you got 119. There's probably game there. The financials, the XLF, what do we have inside the XLF? That's trading at 23.73. And this here, this is coming into major downdraft territory. That being said, though, on a monthly basis, it definitely took out a B point. It's a pretty big B point, too. So you're coming into 3.4 billion. Yeah, you did 2.2. It's going to need more juice, but those financials, they look like they can have higher price, too, and want higher price. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. Dow Industrials right now up 128. Nasdaq's up 22. S&Ps are up 10. We're going to be right back, folks.
TFNN is excited to offer a brand new piece of market scanning software unlike anything the industry has ever seen. John Logan and his team have spent years developing their market profile tools to finally be able to release the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. And right now you can get a 2-week trial absolutely free just by visiting TFNN.com and providing us your name and email address. The TAS Profile Scanner Plus is the premier market profile-based scanner in the industry. Powered by the acclaimed TAS proprietary algorithms, this feature-rich scanner is a standalone desktop software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Within 3 minutes of signing up, you can have the software downloaded and running on your computer with a complete roadmap of market indicators and inflection points to trade off using the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. Sign up today and try this amazing piece of software by visiting TFNN.com. Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund is currently offering 4-year first mortgages on many of the fully renovated properties that it has purchased. The first mortgages are third-party appraised with a maximum loan-to-value ratio of 70%, providing a secured investment that pays a fixed return of 5% annually, which works out to a monthly income of more than $416 per $100,000 investment with your principal intact and secured. These 4-year first mortgages are perfect for anyone looking for a secured investment that provides monthly income much like a CD. For more information, email tigerfund@tfnn.com or click on the Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund banner along the right side of the tfnn.com homepage, or call our office directly at 877-518-9190. There's a limited supply, so act now. The Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN and you'll find the Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now is up $1.25. You get the Nasdaq up 21. S&Ps are up 9. The Russell's having just a little time just holding price. So that's the only one that is basically flat. If we go over to the NYA, now this has been the New York Composite has been trying to catch up in a big way here. So if we take a look at this composite, and the composite's made up of all the equities as well as the bonds and bond funds that are inside the NYSE. So that is at 11,191 right now. And we take a look at this, and the high of this is 11,254. So it looks to me that this is pretty wild, because we looked at this like last week. Last week, at the beginning of last week, you're at 10,281. So you're talking about quite an expansion. Bottom line, when you're that close, just as 254. So you're only, let's see. So we hit 11,254. Yeah, that's nothing. We've had 11,194 today. You're talking about 54 points away from it. That thing's going to hit it Monday. Bottom line is that when you get that close for something that is that high, yeah, I suspect it wants to do it. And if we go back over to the Dow Industrials again, it's like, hey, guess what? We are, and INDU, we are trading at the 19,742, and bottom line, the 20,000 mark is game. And there's they'll have Jeremy Siegel on, and he said that the Dow is going to 20,000, and he said that, I don't know if he said it years ago too. He might have, okay, but I remember him saying it this year. So bottom line is that you talk about a fast expansion. That expansion, we were at 17,800 on November 4th. Pretty intense. No two ways about that. We go take a look at the, right there. Come on, baby. There she is. We go take a look at the king of retail out here, Amazon. The high of the Amazon, this is what's, the high of Amazon is 847. Right now, we are still at 766. It's like, okay, why can't that get juice? Google, same type of setup. It's up $11 today. You're at 788. 816 is the high. Apple is up $2 today. Now, Apple's the mover out here today inside the NDX 100 as well as the Dow. You're at 114. It looks to me like the 116 is going to get hit next week. That being said, the highs in Apple, I believe, are higher than that. Yeah, you're talking about 134 when you're looking at Apple. Today, Restoration Hardware, that was getting smoked last night. That's down $6.92. If we do look at let's go take a look at the The biggest moves up go like this. You have Google, well, it's Alphabet. It's called Alphabet now. It's up $13. You get Broadcom up $7. Vail Resorts is up $7. Ooh, that's a big number. We'll go back to that. Intuitive Surgical's up $6. You get Coca-Cola Bottling up $5. Athena Holdings up $4. Regeneron's up $4. Allergen's up $3. You get Molson Coors up $3. That's the babies on the way up. On the way down, the big numbers go like this. Let's see. Restoration Hardware's down 6.5. AutoZone's down 5.5. You get Humana down 4.5. Let's see. Lamb Research is down 3. You get Skyworks down 2 and 2.5. Arch Coal is down 274. And then if we look at the 52-week highs as to how many we have out here, you have 536 new highs in the market. New lows in the market, we're at 15. 15, that's it. You don't want to be on any of these new lows, that's for sure, because these equities, it doesn't even look like, well, one of them that you would pay attention to, that you'd know, is Fitbit. These other ones, these other ones I really haven't heard of. If you do look at USA, Fitbit, this is a company went public, and boy, oh boy, this was a one-way trip. So it had a high this year, August of 15 of 51. It's at $7, and this went public at, so it went public on November 13th. No, let's see, November 13th? No, it went public June 17th. Yeah, June 17th, it went public at $20. They did a secondary November 13th at $29, and you're dealing with the $7. Pretty intense. And the amount of money that they take in, let's see what we have here. Yeah, they're taking in a lot of money. They must have huge amounts of expenses, because they're taking in $742 million a quarter right now. So that's a decent number. There's no doubt about that. 877-927-6648. We get the Dow up 125. NASDAQ is up 22. And if we do go over, let's go take a look at that gold contract. So gold, folks, is going to be closing up. Well, the pit closed, of course, at 130. Closes at 130. Gold doesn't trade on a liquid basis again until Sunday night at approximately 8 o'clock. And right now we're at 1160.40. It has hit 1157.60, and that 1167.60 did break the low. You know, we're above it right now. We'll see where this happens coming into the close electronically. Volume is dramatically lighter. We did 151,000 versus that 221. If you get over and take a look at the GLD, if you want to see those correlations, the GLD is down $1.13. The low that was going into is 110.31, I believe. We're at 110.44 right now, and you're coming into that with 8.9 million shares versus 10 million on the daily. On the weekly, you're coming in with 35 versus 41 million. Now you're coming into February of 2016, which actually had 60 million. So it's going to be, next week, well, every week here, it's going to be a big week as we come into the close of the year. There's no two ways about that, because the currency markets, folks, are running the deal here. Japan, let's go to the yen. With the yen out here, yen goes topside last night. The yen's trading up a penny and a half. You're at 115.26. Now the real kicker here is, oh, I see what it's doing. Okay. Yeah, this is coming right into ice. Now the yen broke down a huge way on the week of February 12th. The high of that, though, is 117.53. And we are at 115.27, so there's no reason it can't get up there. If it gets up there, That would be saying that the metals will have a tough time Monday and Tuesday. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. Dow right now is up 125. You get the Nasdaq up 22. S&Ps are up 10. We're going to be right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters. Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now is up $137. You get the Nasdaq up 24. S&Ps are up 11. And they're going to run it right into the close, folks. We're going to be at all-time highs, it looks to me, right across all the indices. What we have right now in the NYSE, we are at, that's really interesting, man. Okay, we're still only at 650 million. 6 minutes, they'll still throw a couple hundred million in there. On the NASDAQ, you're at 1.8 billion, so the NASDAQ will come in with about 2.1 billion. The SPY is at 71 million, so that's quite a contraction of volume. Bottom line, though, you're going to close at the highs. The NDX 100, the 3Qs, the 3Qs are at 119.42 right now, and it went to 119.54. The thing that's going to be pretty wild is that the 119.51 on the Qs. Is the swing high that was generated out here November 29th. It's going to be remarkable if the Qs still can't make the high. But at this point, it looks like the Qs are not going to make the high, because the high that we're talking about is 119.66. You got to the 119.54, but for some reason, the Qs, they just keep selling those off, and they just can't hold price. IWM, different ball game. IWM is going to close right at its highs also. It's only up 18 cents, but the high of yesterday was 138.21, and guess what? That's where you're at. So bottom line, that's up at a high. The diamonds are the big move out here. There's no doubt. Diamonds are up $1.31. You're at 197.60. When you do take a look at the percentage moves out here, you get the Dow up 0.6%, NASDAQ up 0.5, S&P's up 0.4. And as I had said at the beginning of the program, percentage-wise now, you can see that when we talk about percentages, the Dow is only up 0.6%, but 0.6% now, because it's much larger numbers, $132. You're only $250 away from 20,000, so it's like, why wouldn't you hit 20, right? That's kind of how it seems to be shaken out here. We go take a look at the XLK. So the XLK, this is the Technology Select, and this little baby here got up into and over its highs, that high being 48.06. And I believe that it's Intel. I think it's Intel and, no, it's Apple and Microsoft. That's interesting. So Apple and Microsoft, this is interesting. Apple and Microsoft, well, Microsoft's at high. Apple isn't. Facebook is number 3. Marvell is number 4. Weighting structure inside. There's Google, Verizon, Intel. There's a couple. There must be a couple smaller ones that are helping this get up to its high, because what you do have is that also is going to be closing at a all-time high. We take a look at the XAU, the HUI, as we're coming into the close out here. The XAU is at $80.10. That's down 246. That's it's still way away from its lows. And what we will have is that we're going to have dramatically lighter volume out here. If we go take a look at the ABX, which is Barrick Gold, which is the largest weighting structure inside that. Barrick Gold is down 47 cents. You've done 14 million shares. You're going against 22 million as well as 35. Newmont, we take a look at Newmont. Newmont also is down. That is down also in light volume. You're down $1.08. You're going against 8 million shares. Well, you have 8 million. You're going against 13 million. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. And whatever you want in life, folks, visualize it like a nice big motion picture. Step into it, take ownership of it, and fly with it. Thanks for being here, folks. Have a great weekend, safe weekend. Look forward to speaking right back here Monday morning, 8 o'clock. Wow! Go get them, folks.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, oil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
This is TFNN.